A very good morning, class 12th. Children, as we know that we have got over with the embryo development up to blastocyst stage. In my last video, if you can recall, we completed the embryonic development till blastocyst stage, and I expect that you still remember that diagram. Even if you don't remember, I will be explaining that diagram again because it is needed to have an idea of the diagram while explaining rest of the topics. Right, children? So let us first of all just put all the events that we have studied in sequential order. First of all, there was the pre-fertilization stage where we continued with gametogenesis and gamete transfer. Thereafter, you studied fertilization, all the physicochemical events included in fertilization. So once the fertilization was done and zygote was formed, then zygote got converted into blastocyst. This is what you studied. I also gave you the diagram for that. And today we will be studying about the topic implantation. Children, this particular topic is mentioned separately in your syllabus. So please give it a straw. If I would ever have to give this question in your test paper, so obviously the range could start from 1. I may give a question for 1 mark, but the literal worth of this question could be 2 to 3 marks. Obviously it's not 5, but 2 to 3 marks. So we will be starting now first of all with the term implantation. Implantation is also known as nidation. Now, in medical terms, when we go, implantation is just used when we are teaching you the things. But in medical terms, it is also known as nidation. That literally means the settlement of embryo or blastocyst over the uterine wall. And same is the definition for implantation too. The attachment or embedding of the blastocyst with the endometrial or uterine wall. Wherever I have given you the options, you may use either of the two terms. Right, children? Thereafter, you come to the mechanism of implantation. Now, before class 12th, you had an idea about implantation up to the definition level only. But now you have to study in detail, right? So, mechanism of implantation, I have categorized it under various headings. The first heading here is hatching of the blastocyst. Right, children? Hatching, what does it mean? So let us start when the fertilization has just occurred and the zygote is there in the fallopian tube, right? It will be undergoing repeated cleavage, and after repeated cleavage or repeated mitotic divisions, it will be transforming into a blastocyst. And this conversion of a single cell structure to a multicellular structure, that is blastocyst, takes around 7 days. Right, children? If you go back and check the diagram, you will notice that initially you draw zona pellucida around it. Right? Always remember that this zona pellucida is the main reason, this layer ensures the correct site where implantation has to occur. Zona pellucida is present around this multicellular structure when you talk about morula, when you talk about blastula, when you talk about a 4-cell stage or so. Every time zona pellucida is there because it will not allow the structure to adhere to the wall of fallopian tube. If ever it happens that the zona pellucida is degenerated, in that case the embryo will be implanted in fallopian tube only. That case is known as tubal pregnancy. Right, children? And that is rare and it is abnormal too. Generally, the site of implantation is uterus, the endometrial wall of uterus. That means the blastocyst has to come to the uterus and get implanted there. So, at the time of implantation, you will see that the blastocyst does not have zona pellucida around it. That means at the stage of a matured blastocyst, zona pellucida will be dissolved. Zona pellucida will be dissolved by the outermost layer of the blastocyst, that is trophoblast. Trophoblastic cells, they secrete certain proteolytic enzymes which help in dissolving zona pellucida, and the moment zona pellucida goes off, now trophoblastic cells are quite sticky in nature. The moment they form the outermost layer of blastocyst, now they will settle on the wall of a uterus, that is the endometrial wall, and they will stick to it. Right, children? So, this dissolution of zona pellucida when the blastocyst reaches uterus, this stage is known as hatching of blastocyst. That means now blastocyst is ready for adhering to the endometrial wall. Then happens the second thing, division of trophoblast. Trophoblast is the outermost layer of a blastocyst, right? The point of contact, obviously when blastocyst would settle over endometrial wall, there will be some area of contact where this blastocyst would be touching the endometrial wall. That point of contact, the cells which are present at that point of contact will start undergoing division. They will be forming a multi-layered structure where the outermost layers are known as syncytial trophoblast, and the one which are closer to the forthcoming future embryo, those which are in direct contact with the future embryo, they are inner cytotrophoblast. So basically the two divisions are cytotrophoblast and syncytiotrophoblast. Cytotrophoblast is the one which is towards the inner side, and our syncytiotrophoblast is the one which is in direct touch with the endometrium. Right, children? So I hope this much, I will be explaining it with the help of a diagram, but as of now, the best way to theoretically explain this topic, if ever you have to write the short note, whatever is written on the screen, it is very much useful. So I am concluding this video, and I am going on with the next video where I will be explaining the same things with the help of a diagram. Right, children?